I'm a bit of a history buff. This and the fact that my maternal grandfather served in the United States Armed Forces in the Far East, survived the Battle of Bataan and the Death March, piqued my interest going to the National Museum of the Pacific War, in the heart of Fredericksburg, Texas.
Now get busy!
Nakita namin na taga dito pala si Admiral Chester Nimitz, isa sa mga prominent commanders ng World War II. Siya yung Navy Admiral na kung natatandaan nyo, siya yung isa sa mga nagpanalo na mga Allied commanders sa Pacific War. Taga dito pala siya sa Fredericksburg. Ngayon ko lang nalaman kasi nagdaan kami dun sa sa isang museum dito, yung Pacific Theater Museum, Pacific War Museum. Nakalagay Admiral Chester Nimitz Gallery. So, nag-search ako sa Google, yung nakita ko na taga dito pala pinanganak si Chester Nimitz.
Sino nga ba si Admiral Chester Nimitz? Kilala nating mga Pilipino si General Douglas MacArthur sa mga katagang iniwan niya na I shall return. Marahil, marami sa atin ang di nakakilala kay Chester Nimitz. December 7, 1941, inatake ng Imperial Japanese Navy ang Pearl Harbor sa Hawaii, an act of declaration of war that started the Pacific region's fall into Japanese hands. The following day, December 8, Congress declared war on Japan. Ten days after the attack of Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, Nimitz was selected by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt to be the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Pacific Fleet. The change of command ceremony is usually held on a battleship, but since no battleship survived the attack, Nimitz took command of the U.S. Pacific Fleet on the top deck of USS Grayling. Admiral Nimitz's list of battles include the Battle of the Coral Sea, the Battle of Midway, Solomon Islands Campaign, Battle of the Philippine Sea, Battle of Leyte Gulf, the Battle of Iwo Jima, and the Battle of Okinawa.
The Philippines and the US have an interlocking history that dates back in the 1900s, early 1900s. So this museum is just part of the rich cultural interlock of the history between the United States and the Philippines.
Outside the museum, there are artillery pieces such as the 105mm howitzer cannon. Near the entrance is the Plaza of the Presidents. 10 consecutive presidents spanning from the years 1941 to 1992. The walls on the outside have plaques with tons of information on ships, planes, personnel, everything that you could just literally spend the whole day just reading from them. If you enjoy history, and if you live near Fredericksburg, Texas, ito ang napakagandang puntahan. The National Museum of the Pacific War. A good place to visit.